If the science return was modest, the public reaction to the technical achievement was enormous. For the first time, the United States could point to its first in the race for space. It is a proud time for the U.S., Time magazine proclaimed. No achievement by a Russian cosmonaut or U.S. astronaut, no experiment made by any of the myriad other satellites that have been shot aloft has taught man nearly so much as the improbable voyage of Mariner 2. William Pickering found himself featured on the cover of Time. Pasadena honored the JPL director by naming him Grand Marshal.
First off, you don't know Marshall at all, so don't grow part
of the Tournament of Roses parade. NASA arranged for Pickering and his management team to meet John Kennedy at the White House. In the Oval Office, they presented the president with a model of the spacecraft. Mariner 2 likely saved Pickering his job, and JPL its leadership role in exploring the solar system. 20 days after passing Venus, Mariner 2 went silent. The two men were also close friends, which helped to reformulate the Venus project.
I know it was a big job, but I don't know, I guess that I just said, okay.
Today, the spacecraft is a mute piece of metal that endlessly circles the sun. But inside the spacecraft's thermal blanket is a small American penis, secretly placed aboard against official wishes, as a patriotic act to honor the very first in space for the United States.
This is not a dream.
The success of Mariner 2 and a reconstituted Ranger team buoyed hopes that the next attempt to hit the moon would be different than the previous 5 attempts.
Let's jump in and do it. By golly, we're going to make this thing successful.
The worrisome requirement of sterilizing the spacecraft, once deemed of vital concern, was abandoned. To the dismay of scientists, all science experiments were tossed off except one, sending back live television pictures of higher quality than could be seen through earthbound telescopes.
There were a lot of scientists that said, pictures, that's not science. That's just public information. Over the years, that attitude has changed so markedly, and so much information has been obtained just from the photographs that it has been an outstanding scientific instrument.
When Ranger 666 reached the launch pad in January 1964, it could claim the distinction of being the world's most tested spacecraft. The destination was a candidate landing area for the Apollo astronauts. Ranger missions were originally intended to help select these sites, but running so far behind schedule, the best Ranger could now do was to provide close-up images of where the Apollo mission planners had already decided they were going to go. The Ranger 666 launch went perfectly. The only anomaly came when telemetry showed that the spacecraft's television camera had inexplicably turned itself on for 67 seconds. But just as quickly, the camera had turned itself back off. Other than this one minor glitch, all systems were normal. Navigators confirmed that Ranger 666 was right on target to hit the moon in the early hours of February 1st, 1964. A guarded Pickering declared to the press that he was cautiously optimistic.
It was, I think, a 66-hour flight to the moon.
Everybody sort of scratched their head and said, what was that? Got it, on the back burner.
That's not science.